we got to start off the show with acknowledging the queen who made her transition today,
Absolutely.
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin, the queen of soul, has made her transition. If you know anything about soul music, she embodied it all. She was also entrenched in the civil rights movement heavy. Her father rolled with Dr. King. She put up a lot of money to get a lot of people out on bail who were protesting. You know, she did a lot for soul music. And
I wasn't her that she put up money for Angela Davis.
She probably did because she put up a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because remember, during that time, our artists were the only ones who had an influx of cash, and everything was everything back then. Everybody was connected. If you played ball, you was connected to the civil rights. You was connected to the Panthers. You know, Malcolm X. People think he was isolated by himself. No, Sam Cooke and all these people were all Jim Brown. They all because it was one story being told. And our struggle as a people was one struggle. There was no social media. There was no divide and conquer. Everything moved in one accord. And the music was a soundtrack to our struggles and what we was going through. And I hope the ancestors are proud of what she has done and receive her well. You know what I mean? So... we definitely want to send our condolences out to her family.
Yeah, I thought because there were reports out that she was gravely ill on Monday, and then I think like on Tuesday it said she was talking and stuff. So I thought that was odd.
Yeah, and then you know I put up a post, and that post said, "R.I.P. the Queen Aretha Franklin." It's ironic that Nicki named her album Queen, and it's in her feelings right now about lack of respect. And I did that because the synchronicity and the timing was just ironic, not a conspiracy theory, just ironic that you know, Nicki is declaring herself the queen of rap, and you know, the actual queen has ascended, and Nicki is fighting for respect. Yeah. And you know, so a lot of times the synchronicity is what it is. And you know, with that being said, also the so-called king of rock and roll, Elvis, also ascended on this day.
In what year?
1977.
77, okay.
So you know, you get your king and queen connection there. And also look forward to the next 2 or 3 days. A lot of times white people will try to send out one of their iconic figures along with Aretha, because she, you know, of course, the vortex that she will leave will be a huge one, in which they know that their pioneers can never reach that plane. But you know, if you go out on the whirlwind, so sometimes that happens. Also, Freddie Jackson, I saw recent pictures of Freddie Jackson. He looked about 100 pounds, so we want to pray for him as well. I don't know what his actual condition is. But it's important that we make these connections at a certain time, because I thought she died 2 or 3 days ago.
Right.
And they were waiting until this particular day, because she goes out on the 7th.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 1 and 6 is 7. Of course, James Brown went out on the 7. Michael Jackson went out on the 7. Tupac, you know, age 25. Aaliyah went out on the 25th. So all of these iconic figures... you know, go out on this 7 energy. Not all of them, but a lot of them do.
Right.
And so a lot of times they'll wait, you know, for a specific, you know, star configuration to say, okay, now we can release that energy. So just pay attention over the next 2 or 3 days. I could be wrong. You know, death flows in threes a lot. But look for an iconic white figure to all of a sudden, you know, get out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You better get out while that's a gaping hole Aretha has left as she transcends, because we know energy never dies. And she never really liked Nicki. You know, side note, she really wasn't feeling Nicki's music. But then again, she wasn't feeling a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
You know, she was a true diva.
But a lot of people don't give her credit because she wrote like composed a lot of her own music too. A lot of people by that time weren't doing everything.
But
She did all-
RESPECT. She
Yeah,
was out there for respect.
Yeah,
she
she did all
also
of
went
it.
through some traumatic things in her childhood that it's no need for us to really, speak about now. But 76 is a good. That's a pretty good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of years on the planet. So we love her. I mean, come on, your mother and your mother's mother are truly devastated at this time because one of their own has, made that transition. So, much respect.
All right.
Peace. This is the Black Dot, author of the underground classic Hip Hop Decoded and Urban Culture Decoded. For 15 years, I've been decoding hip hop, breaking it down, giving you it piece by piece, the DNA of hip hop, all of its multifaceted components. For the next 15 years, I want you to join me as I give you hip hop recoded and we put it back together, giving you its RNA so that we don't leave the next generation lost. But I have to give you a disclaimer. I am not a hip hop guru. This is not hip hop law. This is for pure entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor. So before you take the red pill and go with us into the matrix of hip hop, consult your doctor to see if hip hop recoded is for you. With that being said, we thank you for your patronage and we see you on the other side. Peace.